Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, I guess we'll learn more about this memory stuff later. This is very unsettling. Actually, it was the camera angles that were unsettling. We'll see how it is with other people. As far as I could tell, Pepone genuinely has no recollection of Namika. I've never seen nor heard of anything like this before. What's going on? How could Pepone suddenly forget about Namika? Maybe it's the little brain chip he has that connected, and they're all in sync and connected to AWS. It's as if he never knew her. Yeah, Woklama, that's the point. Could the same things have happened to others as well? I wonder. There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aetherite. Oh, gotta question the locals. Again. Oh, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, find out that they all had their memory purged. It's like how there's no war in Ba Sing Se. I'm sure they definitely haven't used this for nefarious purposes. Nope, definitely not. Alright, working residents, do you remember a woman named Namika? An old woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. Yeah, I mean, this is how it's gonna go. She got erased from the database, and now nobody connected to the cloud remembers. Right, preoccupied resident? What do you know about Namika? What's that? Do I know a Namika? Never met anyone by that name, and I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she'd spent time here, I would remember. How come nobody even, like, considers that it could be living memory or whatever? Except for Pepone. Anyway, where's this last person? Probably down below, actually. Are they inside here? Okay, I can go in. Yep, there we go. Caregiving resident. Oh, right, this was one of the people, I think. I do recall caring for someone until recently. And you say that was a woman named Namika? Well, I can't say for certain if it was her. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. I'm going to, every single time I'm going to see the cloud, I'm just gonna try and stifle my laughter. Because sounds so goofy with, like, people who reference the cloud as if it's not just some computer running in a data center. It's like some mystical place. Anyway, let's go wait at the destination. So it was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. Well, such a thing might be done with magic. To alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. Maybe it was the little brain slug they have on their heads that they conveniently zoomed into before all this happened. You would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act, too. And I sensed none in that moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Pepone seemingly forgot, a light on the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Well, that's for sure. Indeed, if we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for... This is Erenville's mother, I believe. It's like Kokio? Kua? Instead. Sphene said to try the Thunder Yards. It should be in this direction. Now, what are the Thunder Yards? Is it the graveyard or something? Or, ooh, who's that little guy? He got some angry eyebrows. He very angry. Impossible. possible? Stare. Another kind of mechanical soldier. It looks dangerous. We'd better destroy. No, it doesn't really look that dangerous, even with its angry eyebrows. Wah! Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Aaronville, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. Right, Aaronville? You're the tracker here. Wonder what that thing was. Maybe it was like a thing from living memory? I don't know. Either way, let's head on out over to the Thunderlands or whatever it was called. Is that actually over here or not yet? Let's see. Oh, okay, Thunder Yards. That's where we're headed. Of course, first we gotta hit the quest objective. So let's head on over there. So is this giant thing gonna be the Everkeep? Maybe. Oh, there's Alize. Let's talk to her first. It's faster than it looks. Well, that's just because you got short legs. That's why I'm a tall, not small. I do not see it. Okay, Grandpa. Need your glasses. How about you, Kryl? You see any? You see it? No sign of it over here. Okay, let's check with Wuklamatu. Nothing but birds over here. Let's check Aaronville as well, and then we'll wait at the destination over there. That voice. Could it be? Ah, okay. Judging by that, my theory now is that those things have the souls of the people, and that was his mother's soul or whatever. That's my theory right now. But then why would they erase their existence from everyone's memories? I get the feeling it's leading us over there. You found it? Of course I did. I went to the quest objective. I don't know why you guys didn't. Quest objective? What's that? Nothing. To the northeast. Then it must be bound for the mines. Come on, then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. This does seem like a bit of a trap, a little too convenient. Alright, let's head to the mines. Just like where the children yearn. That joke didn't work, right? Alright, this looks like the mines. Let's go ahead and talk to everyone and then Aaronville. I think it's safe to assume it went into the mines. An old coal mine. It appears to have long been abandoned, like so many other places. It was very clear that Sphene and some of the other people did not want to talk about certain things. So I get the feeling that telling her to head over in this direction for the Thunder Yards is the clue for us to go and stumble upon this stuff. The stones in these crates. Could it be turquoise? I don't know. Why don't you tell us, Mr. Crystal Grandpa? So it went in there. In here. I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone, but we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready to defer a fight, everyone. Okay, Aaronville, you stay in the back since you always say that you can't fight. Even though you look like you manned that gun turret pretty well on the train. See, is there gonna be an aether current in here? North, yes, there probably is. Oh, well, yeah, I'd say there is. I'd like to Graha and Alizé first, and then I'll pick up the aether current. It would appear no one has worked these tunnels in quite some time. I'm not worried. We've had to improvise countless times before, after all. Isn't that like the entirety of the quest? Like just constant improvisation? Anyway, let's go and grab the aether current. And then let's talk to Kryl, Wickelmot, and then Aaronville. See, the mine, it's even got an Enderman. A device made with electropy. It seems to be the only one here. This tunnel just keeps going. We've barely gotten in here, Wickelmot. What are you talking about? I can hear them. Several people up ahead. I can't make out their conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. This looks like a hidden base if I've ever seen one. I guess those aren't really angry eyebrows. They're just eyebrows.
What is this? Aaronville!
Are these the rebels?
It really is you! Huh?
Who?
I just have to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Olympia!
My darling what now?
That's his name. Didn't we already establish that that's his real name? Oh wait, actually I guess she didn't know.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun.
Oh no.
But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Clearly. Yeah, pussy little bun bun. Are you alright? Yeah, let's go with fussy little bun bun.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get an explanation at some point.
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ella Nespia was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I know.
This is hilarious.
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
Kakiwa, okay. That makes sense.
I'm sorry?
Oh, but this won't do. Come in, come in! Friends of my LNSP are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Well, clearly this is some other faction.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
And you barely even learned anything. What are you talking about? Alright, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. Wrap this up. The Elegans had machines that could be controlled remotely. Is she using something similar to communicate with us? No. I think her soul's been stuffed into that thing. I can't say I understand what's going on, but at least Kakiwa is safe. Or as safe as she can be. At this point, I doubt anything could possibly surprise me. Kryl, do not say that. Aaronville's mother is a floating machine. Right. That makes about as much sense as everything else thus far. Yeah, that's about right. Can I talk to Aaronville? I think this will be the last one we do today. This is what I wanted to get through, actually. I think this one is. That was on a cloud. Oh no, there's one more. Never mind. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. I'm sorry, Aaronville. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Yeah, okay, this is on a cloud. I want to do the next one as well. Alright, let's talk to Aaronville and start the next one. Gone and Forgotten. Well, I mean, considering what we've seen so far, this title is very fitting. Aaronville is conflicted by this long-fated reunion. Let's hear what she has to say. I really like the voice actress's performance on this. She's really funny, and she captures the spirited nature that she's supposed to have. It's so wonderful to meet you all. I'll try and put enough energy in it to mimic it, but I won't be able to capture it. And the students of Baltesian. It's been quite a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, it's just a body I control remotely. Oh, okay, he was right, okay. I use this one for our operations. Your operations being what exactly? We're members of a resistance organization, exactly what I called Oblivion. That's the name? That sounds ominous. Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zeralja's ambition for conquest. Well, I can get behind that. I think we all can. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Though, truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. Probably for the soul extraction stuff. And that is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for that? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zeralja. Again, I can get behind that. But we've failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. Yes, we have established that. Anyone want to tell her? None of you wear the strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? I mean this. It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electropy technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do besides remove memories of dead people? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. Of course, it's called a regulator, so clearly one of those has to be a bit more nefarious. At least. The first, as the name suggests, is to regulate the wearer's reserve of souls. Excuse me? Should they die, the regulator expands a soul to bring them back to life. This sounds very dystopian. Also, that's what Zeraljaw used. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. So they take the souls of the old age people and give them to the younger people so that they can revive them in accidents. And Zeraljaw decided to use that technology to create a super army. Because we saw he literally died and then he came back to life. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation. Okay, and that's why they're so happy about their work. To encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Yeah, this is way more dystopian. This is the level of dystopian I was expecting. Souls are as a common resource and payment for services rendered. The void scent practice of consuming others for their aether comes to mind. I hadn't thought about that, but it's a little kind of similar to that in a way. And similarly, I expect that act comes with some risk. Zeraljaw saw immortality and completely ignored that whole risk part. Yeah, Zeromus, Pagnazo, and Zero. Does it dilute your sense of self? Wouldn't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? Right, that makes a little more sense. That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. So it removed the memory of the other person so that it would make it so that it wouldn't die, it wouldn't conflict when somebody else used their soul. Or if someone used their soul. I think that's how that's going to play out. I'm personally not a fan of all of this, not just because it's dystopian and like horrifying in a way, but also just like I don't really like this concept in general. I feel like it's a little flawed in a way, unless... Oh, we haven't finished the explanation, so let's keep going. Memory management, and the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Yeah, that's what I guessed. Wait, everyone guessed except for these people for some reason. Why would would they do such a thing? Probably for this reason that I already tried to explain. It's a kindness bestowed upon the people. Oh, right, this is supposed to be super entertaining. It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. I know that there's a story that I read that did something like this. And it did something where to avoid loss, I think they literally just wiped the memory. I forget what the story was, though. What was it? I don't remember if it was a book or a short story or some other game. Maybe I'll remember eventually. I feel like it was like a Bradbury short story. That sounds like something he would write. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. See? Now we just have to go crash AWS. I mean, whatever they call the place. I'm gonna keep on calling it AWS every time they call it the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in soul cell production. That glam. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It's then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. How convenient. And I see Zeraltros saw that and he's like, immortality! Army! So are his soldiers just, like, vessels that have souls in them? With no memories? Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system, to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On its surface, it's similar to the Yokoi philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. I mean, I guess I don't really see it that much, to be honest, considering that literally the Yokoi's philosophy was that people would be remembered, whereas this one completely wipes their memory of them. I don't see how that's similar at all. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. It's because he's probably was born after this. Or he was young, at least. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electropy to devise a means to save what lives they could, so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Tirali would also accept this way of living, and that's why she's the resistance. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Sphene didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Except, this is probably the dark history that she didn't really want to divulge. Because she kind of just avoided the question. And we'll get to it eventually. Ah, so you've already met? She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunderyards in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Zeralja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live at the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Zeralja doesn't think so. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. Yeah, we've seen that. We saw Zeralja do it. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. What? Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. This is slightly ominous. Are we gonna go cause an accident? Because we saw Zeralja come back to life. We've already seen how this stuff works. Alright, let's head on out. I'll talk to these people eventually, maybe. Right now, I wanna get through this quest and wrap it up, because I'm getting a bit tired. Okay, now I can wrap it up. Let's see, head to the right path. Looks like we just need to meet them outside. Yeah, there they are. So again, are we gonna just go cause an accident with big quotes around it? To alter the memories of the populace with such precision is no small feat. That's why they got, they got AWS on their side. Of course they have the power for this. What does she intend to show us? I'm sorry, but I just can't accept the ideas of using souls as a resource. We're to see how the regulators work, but how? That's what I'm worried about. So those regulators are to blame for everyone forgetting Namika, for forgetting what a wonderful Persian she was. Persian, yes, a Persian. Everyone here? Good. It's just the responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiend found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. So one of them is going to have an accident while fighting. Whether we cause it or not, they're going to have an accident. I need to use their soul. Okay, it looks like there's one on to the east here. Maybe I'll go ahead and try and get that on the way over. Or Aether Current. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, yes, the soldiers. How nice. Let's see, how much further east? Is it a bit more? I guess I can just get that later. So I'm going to talk to everyone and then talk to Strika. What do you think is in this box? I'm guessing food. I'm guessing guns. Judging by its name, I take it this facility is for gathering lightning energy. Let's get this over with. Strika will show you what life can be like wearing a regulator. Given the opportunity, I should very much like to study electropy on behalf of the students. Of course you would. Well, I am not blind to the potential benefits of these regulators. The risks inherent in giving another party the power to alter your memories cannot be overstated. That's kind of what I was thinking. Never mind the ethical considerations of using souls in such a fashion. Fashion. Wait, I said that right. Never mind. Alright, Streaker, you gonna go die for us? Kakia, what are you doing here, and with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen Sphinx's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they were struck by lightning, or attacked by beasts? I don't think either of those would matter for me. Then again, I am the highest point in this cutscene, so... I can assure you, they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. And everyone's like, wait a minute, I can't fight. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. Kakia said you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be better for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact that they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard being what it is. They've been ordered to steer clear, and is that why they're standing literally on the perimeter here? Some good they are, eh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. So you're saying if we unplug this thing, everyone will die? That sounds like the perfect opportunity to me. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much of trouble to ask. Ah, of course. In which case, it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any one old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. So like, we're literally gonna watch her die and come back to life and be like, oh, that's what Zeral Jah did! I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Oh, I mean, at least they're asking me to kill things. And here's what I'm good at. My fussy little bun was never any good at fighting, and this body of mine isn't suited to it either. We leave this work in your capable hands, silly little bun. I'm afraid I must leave the fighting to you. You know, Aaronville, I kind of expected you to say that. Alright, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the Aether Current's gonna be up top there. Let's go ahead and grab it real quick. Yeah, it's probably gonna be up here. Let's go ahead and head up there, try and get the Aether Current, and then we'll continue the quest objective. Alright, are you up here, Mr. Aether Current, or not? North, okay, this way. It's probably up on that platform then. There it is. Go ahead and grab that. Cato Blips. What a goofy name. I wonder if they got their tongue sticking out with the typical blip. Or what would that be? Like when a cat just has their tongue hanging out slightly. Is that a blip? Either way, let's head on over to where we need to go. Go ahead and slay some stuff. Where's the next Aether Current around here? South. Okay, we are heading that direction, so maybe I can get that too. I'm gonna go on top here, just in case it's on top, so I don't have to run all the way around. But I suspect it is going to be down below. Yeah, just a little bit farther south, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this as well. before we do the objective. Yeah, there it is. I'm glad I'm gonna grab this. I think this is where we came down this path, and I think I noticed that aether current, but I didn't actually grab it. Or rather, I saw it on with the compass. Either that, or I just completely forgot to check for aether currents at that time. Alright, how many overworld ones do we have so far? We have 5, and we need 5 more. Oh, right. I doubt that there's anyone near here, so yeah, southwest. That's probably going to be, that might be where we have the flag. In either case, let's go ahead and hail some more purple smoke. Oh yeah, it's the stuff. Yeah. Wait, what? Huh? When did you guys get here? Also, I just noticed I have no HP. Oops. There we go. Is that all we needed? Oh no, we got more fun. Oops, I messed up that combo. Oh well. There we go. Any more? Nope, we're good. Let's head on back. This has been interesting. I'm just tired. Oh, we got some more purple smoke to inhale. I won't make the joke again this time. Even though this is the good stuff. Oh, never mind. This is a cutscene. It'll probably end with us, with the purple smoke of doom. Usually if there's purple smoke, it's gonna spawn some enemy that we gotta defeat. I think this is one of the first times. Oh, okay, now we're gonna see her die and come back to life. Even though we literally saw Jaw do it. This one'll do nicely. We'll help you. No, that's not the point of this. It's fine, really. I've faced worse. Just watch. I don't like the look of this. Let us help. No. Just let her die. I mean, guys, you've literally seen this before. No, no, no. We literally saw this. Guys. Guys, you've seen this before. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Oh right, this is what Zeralja did also. Like guys, you've seen all of this before. Why are you acting this way? Just like, finally, jeez, took you that long. Come on, let's get out of here. And she just walks away like she just didn't just die. That's also a function of the regulators. Yes. Why does it feel like they're just being complete morons with this? Like, obviously that's what Zeralja did. I think I understand how Zeralja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. That's what he did too. And it's probably the memories or souls of someone, or like they use up a double soul or something. Oh, it's probably going to be like how we have multiple shards inside of us, and that's one of the reasons we're so powerful. So if you put 2 souls in a body, they get really strong. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast? I'm reminded of the serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. So you crossed paths with one of the king's elite? Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. Just casually dying and coming back to life. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with 2 kinds of souls, those of peoples and those of beasts. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of beasts? Well, you just saw that. They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Strika. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of Void Scent. Yet, unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they can reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. I see, that makes sense. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Elsa, you always say it's wrong, and then half the time you're like, oh, you know, it's not actually that bad. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. I mean, it's called necessity, Kryl. The civilization and the reflections are surprising indeed. Well, I guess that gets an explanation for how Zeralja came back to life, unfortunately. Let's go and talk to everyone and wrap this up. When Emmett Selk spoke of surprising civilizations and other reflections, I wonder if he had Alexandria in mind. Having seen the beauty of the ethereal sea firsthand, I simply cannot accept what they're doing here in Alexandria. I understand this is part of their culture, but it's no less disconcerting. Sphene speaks of lived experiences that suggest she's far older than she appears. That's what I was thinking, that she might actually be like the immortal queen that's done some pretty terrible stuff in the past. and tries to make up for it by being a good leader and caring about her people. Considering the power of these regulators, perhaps it's not so far-fetched. I've never seen it for myself, but it is said that if beast soul is potent enough, a single soul is enough to induce monstrous transformations. Let's put a primal in it. Well, we all have our thoughts on souls. For now, the important thing is we know what powers Zoraal has at his disposal. It is one thing to separate corporal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. Well, not here. This is no longer only Tuliola's concern. With this newfound power, Zoraal has become a real threat to the entire world, unfortunately. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. Alright. The worth of a soul.